sports coverage of the National Football League welcomes you to South America and one of the world's most populous cities, vibrant Sao Paulo, in the southeast region of Brazil. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visitors and our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His team fired up and ready for this one. His counterpart on the other side, the coach of the home team. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen set for the Friday opener. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week one of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. And that will be a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
From the 33, here's second down and 7. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. It looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down. Here's first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 23.
Throwing now from the gun. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackles behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone.
It is certainly an ideal way to start a season, Mike. You get the ball first, you come out, you look sharp, you're in and out of the huddle, you're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
Makes the score our home team 7.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. Thinking new season, new opportunity. And I still do this at a high level. And, man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There can be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
A pickup there of 13. That's enough for a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Taylor. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, and they are going to set up from the 7-yard line. Back to throw is Taylor. This one caught him before. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 1.
Now a give up the middle. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. To throw is Taylor. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the visitors are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that could be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So now this team's offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. Greg, everyone looks forward to this week 1 opener, but to have it so far away from home in Brazil, what kind of impact is that on the players as they get ready for the season?
I think on one hand, the NFL is such a routine, right? The guys all have their habits, they have their routines, they have kind of...
Oh, a loose football! And it's going to be a turnover, and the defense comes away with the ball.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
This team's offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now they'll set up to throw. This one hauled in by Thomas. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Third down and 13.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. On fourth down, out comes the punter. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now this team's offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, they'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play, and that will be a 1st down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-3 is our score. We'll have more from South America and beautiful Sao Paulo after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing, Taylor. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now, Taylor. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Taylor looking to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Taylor. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
This team's offense ready to take over once again. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title. But you have to remember, 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City.
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned it 9 in a row, you think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think LA and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City. Maybe then there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers, for the Broncos, or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games, so how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into, and while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. No, that's 6 of the 17 now. Winning the division, you get you home playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So, yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll try to sneak it here, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Results in a first down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To try and run for the first down with Jones. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. The RPO, that one is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds. No gain. And it sets up 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now this team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England. And Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams. But I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Devontae Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run. He can still make every catch. He can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Devontae Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz plan for this fourth down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. So they get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. That is caught by the tight end.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the visitors are in the lead by the score 13-7.
Visitors 13.
Halftime coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. He'll start at the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
The 26. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and.
So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms. We head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. This team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. So, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
He works free, right side. And he will go all the way. Two-point conversion attempt coming.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Our home team.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now this team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run for the 1st time with their fullback. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with the sneak. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A run on 1st and goal. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point is good. And his guys draw closer here. It's 21-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Taylor. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd.
To throw is Taylor. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing, Taylor. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Now, faking the give. He's got a man. That's complete. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Result is a first down.
Back to throw is Taylor. And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And he'll take this one in. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kicking team on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the visitors have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Not much happening there, just a short gain. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Tight end on the move left. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. That's enough for a first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Flushed to his left. Now he'll run. And he won't try to risk much more. Sliding down a gain of 3. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more of the NFL International Series after this. From the 20, here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. throw on the move is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. No issues there. This one is good. And his guys will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now, Taylor, short pass, taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8.
They'll run the sneak, and he's got it. They'll move the chains. First down at the 47. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stick with him again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
At the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. Result is a 1st down.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll give on the ground.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's
Taylor looking to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the visitors will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
play alive, but there's just too much penetration from this defensive front, and they end up taking him down behind the line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And he's going to get this close to a 1st down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but slim might have went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here's Taylor. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he will score! Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Not going for 2, they'll pick the point after. He gets it to go, and the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This team's offense ready to get back to work. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their Week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So, in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
A pickup there of 19 yards. And that will be a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
To number 34.
From the 46. Here's second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 46.
They'll look to throw again. Throw on the run is complete. And he's into the end zone. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Makes the score. Visitors 38. Our home team 24.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Good running inside the 25. And he'll be taken down. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. Here's first and 10. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Second and 10. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. They'll drop to throw. Rolling right. They'll take off again.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Andy Reid will bring in the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the visitors add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So the handshake's down on the field following a good win here. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. A game to remember for the folks here in Brazil as we say so long from Sao Paulo.